All right, what we have on this side of the vehicle, very special system, one of a kind, only one existent, first and only competition vehicle to use this. What it is, Halon Fire Retardant System, Halon gas. How this works, there again we have a clear acrylic plexiglass cover. The bottle's painted same color as the vehicle. Now what Halon gas is and does, how that works, is it pulls oxygen out of a fire to put the fire out without causing any damage to anything. Unlike a traditional fire extinguisher or something that you spray in your vehicle, now your electronics, everything's ruined. This doesn't do that, no residue, nothing left. How this system works, pressure gauge showing this fully charged bottle. We have a custom made manifold distribution system here. Steel braided lines. These 4 steel braided lines are what we showed you early up in the amp rack. Each amp rack has a steel braided line. Also in the rear battery bank, there's a Halon nozzle here. Also up front in the front battery box, another Halon nozzle with a stainless steel line that goes all the way to the front of the vehicle. So anywhere there could be a fire in the battery banks, in the amplifier racks, there's a Halon system. There's also fire temperature sensors in each one of those areas. If the system detects the fire in any of those areas, it'll disperse the gas. Has a battery backup in it. If I turn this here, it shows the battery. This indicates, so even if the electrical system's bad, goes down, it has its own battery system that runs the system. We can also have a hot charge. We have an emergency button in the back, an emergency button in the front if you want to disperse the gas. Pretty nifty, does pretty good on the score sheet, but it's very practical, has a reason. All right, one of the last things you got to have, but one of the most important things you got to have for a good installation score is your presentation book, documentation, photos of every step-by-step thing that you've done in procedures of the installation. This particular vehicle, I have over almost 3,000 pictures of the install process on this vehicle, step by step. We've condensed it down. This is the installation book that we use for competition right here. Very important tool. You got to have this. This shows everything. In here, I've got right at barely over 300 photos showing each section of the installation. Every screw, every wire is shown in this book. And we've got it broken down in categories. So step by step from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle of each section. So you got to make sure you're going to do some competitions that you have everything documented, photographed, showing everything that you did. You can back up if there's any questions for the judge. So we've got, this is one of the best install books I've seen. I've seen quite a few of them. I've judged some shows. So this also goes with the vehicle here. Just want to give you that one last step. Well, I hope we've showed you everything on here. We got a pretty good idea what's going on and why this article on this particular truck was called Mythbuster. Because I hope to see now, even though the truck is kind of conservative looking, simple looking, but clean, it's got it where it counts. It's got very special techniques. Everything in here is for a purpose. The purpose was for car audio related. You know, the myth is you have to have a big fancy car, you have to have a big fancy paint job, you got to have blowers come out of the engines, and also now all the sound quality cars have total custom dash with no factory dash, no steering wheel, no pedals. Then you have tons of airbrush, fiberglass done at a body shop. This is real car audio, and that's what this truck is. This truck is beating all of those cars. Cars with no dash, custom dash, they still got the factory dash, and we still beat them. Doesn't have tons of airbrush, fiberglass in it, but the truck does what it's supposed to do. It scores points on the score sheet, and it wins at the end of the day. So don't be discouraged when you see some of that other stuff come out with unique ideas and techniques that has to do with the stereo. Doesn't have anything to do with the wheels and the paint. It's a car audio competition, not a car show.